Lindley going down the field for Brown. He's open. Give him 6. Touchdown, Aztecs.
Hi again, everybody. Mike Costa with you here on GoAztecs.com. Welcome to another edition of Aztecs Now Online. We are joined, as we are every week during this time of the season, with head football coach Brady Hoke here at San Diego State University. Coach, obviously a tough loss Saturday, 24-21 to Brigham Young. You've had a chance now to look at the film. Your thoughts on what you saw after looking at the film, and what you might have told the team after this one.
Well, I think the first 18 minutes of the game, obviously, BYU kind of had their way to some degree, and we got to play better defense. They executed the fake field goal and really was well defended, and I got to give them some credit because that kept some momentum and kept a drive going for them. But I think after that, I was real proud of our football team and how they fought back, and they kept fighting the whole game, and we came up short, and we don't want to ever do that again, and we're disappointed as heck not winning the football game, but we've got to turn the page pretty quick and get on to Air Force.
Anybody who didn't watch the game, didn't listen to the game, if they look at the time of possession afterwards, 45 minutes to 15, they think, oh my gosh, that poor team with only 15 minutes, they must have been blown out. You only lose by 3 points in this one.
Right.
You talk about your guys battling and staying in this and not wilting. You saw that Saturday in Provo.
Well, they did. I thought they fought, hard, and I thought they stayed together as a team. Early in the game, we didn't complement ourselves as a team. Offensively, we had 6 3-and-outs, during the course of the game, and then defensively, they had 271 yards rushing on 65 attempts, which with 65 attempts, you're going to have some rushing yards, but we gave up way too many yards rushing and didn't get off the field well enough defensively. But as you said, Mike, I thought our guys really hung in there as a team. And, the 2-minute drill at the end of the first half, and Abel makes the first field goal, and they call timeout before the kick. But, that gained us some momentum as a football team, and it was well executed and well run. And, that, I think, we're learning in these situations, but, we're kind of tired of learning, and let's go out and be the teacher and go win.
The third quarter, the fumble. Obvious to everybody who's watching that game, DeLuigi fumbled the football. You obviously saw him fumble it. You challenged it.
Right.
They didn't overturn the call on the field. Did they give you any sort of explanation as why not?
Well, the explanation that we got yesterday was the booth review official, whoever the replay official was, didn't get that clip or the definitive clip from the line judge side. And it's hard to imagine that. And maybe he didn't. Maybe there's technical problems. Maybe there's some problems in there. But, it was pretty evident. I was a little upset that the line judge didn't throw his beanbag, and I'm standing right next to him, and it's pretty evident that it was a fumble. But at the same time, I think the reviews and believe me, we've already been told that they missed it, but that doesn't do you any good on Sunday when you're talking to your football team.
One who certainly was playing his heart out Saturday was linebacker Miles Burris, a couple of sacks and a huge play there in the first half. Chases the tight end down, tomahawks the ball loose, and comes up with a huge turnover. Talk about his performance on Saturday.
Well, I thought Miles really, we asked him to do a couple different things during the course of the game, from a man-to-man on number 10 and some the pass game, and had really the 2 sacks that were really great pressures. One of them, we had great coverage, and that helped, but I thought he did well. And then the hustle play, number 1, and running the ball carrier down and stripping the ball. And you talk about that, you practice that, but it's so nice to see it work and happen in a game. And that was a big-time play, and Leon McFadden's interception.
Another big play.
Big-time play. And those kept us in the football game.
Now looking forward, we have the #1 rushing offense in the country coming in, but that's not anybody who knows Air Force. That's nothing new.
Sure.
You know they're going to get big chunks of yardage on the ground. Last year in Colorado Springs, though, the Aztecs did a great job of shutting down that running attack. Do you go in with the same formula Saturday night as well?
Well, you're always going to look at what you had some success with, but at the same time, you know, they're good coaches. Troy Calhoun and his staff, believe me, they've probably seen every defense conceivable against that option, you know, and the uniqueness of it. And, you know, Coach Rocky will have a great plan. And, you know, there's some things that I'm sure we liked an awful lot a year ago, and there's some things that I'm sure will be a little bit different.
Coach, finally, maybe a quick injury update. Walter Casey, the hamstring pull in pregame warm-ups in Provo, wasn't able to go for you Saturday. And I know that Andrew Preston may have dinged his head a little bit in that one. We didn't see him come back to the field. How are those two doing?
Well, you know, day by day they'll progress. And you know, Walter, you know, you feel so bad because he's been such a you know, a strong point of our football team. Just how he carries himself and his toughness. And Andrew, obviously, you have a senior who's playing our Aztec position, but I thought Khalid got in the game and played more snaps and did a good job. And Renee did a nice job of getting in there as a true freshman. But, you know, we'll see day to day how both those guys are.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time and good luck against Air Force.
Thanks.
Coming up next, the quarterback of this Aztec team, Ryan Lindley, will get his thoughts on facing Air Force this week as Aztecs Now Online continues after this.
Lindley throws long, got a man, touchdown, Vincent Brown.
We're in! I'm in.
Welcome back to Aztecs Now Online. We are now joined by quarterback Ryan Lindley. Ryan, the team has had a chance to think about what happened in Provo on Saturday. Obviously, you've had a chance to look at the film. What are your thoughts after this one?
You know, it's like every loss, it's disheartening and you're upset about it. And there's a lot of things you look back on that you could have done better and that you wish you would have done better. But I think there were some good things to take from it. You know, we ran a good 2-minute drill at the end of the half, and there were some other things that we executed pretty well, and also some things that you look at and you wish we would have executed a lot better.
I know that you will never talk about your individual accomplishments until your career is all said and done, but with your 3 touchdown passes, you've moved past a pretty darn good quarterback here at San Diego State, Kevin O'Connell, on the all-time list. Do you even think about things like that? Is that ever in your head, or is it not there until someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, do you know you did this?"
No, I really don't. I mean, it's and especially with this year and with what this team's been through and this group of guys has been through. It's so much not about individual achievements and so much about a team. And as much as since I've been here in the 4 years that I've been here now, it's so much about team, and that's really what we embrace and getting wins and just getting on the board and scoring points.
The running attack had a little problem getting going Saturday against BYU, but up to that point, you got, over 200 yards a game. You have been churning it up on the ground. Talk about what kind of influence that has had on the passing attack and opening things up for you and Vincent Brown and DeMarco Sampson and company.
Yeah, it's helped us out a ton with the way Ronnie's been going, and Brandon's doing a great job at the fullback position, and with Walter, Devon Brown, the guys that were working in there. It's the running game's done great for us, and it's a lot of testament to Coach Funk and the way the offensive line's been working on that, and the way they're opening up holes for people. And like you said, they kind of stacked the box against us in the first half, and you saw us gash a couple in the second half, but you know, we turned to the passing game that opened it up a little bit too.
Ryan, after a disappointing loss to Missouri on the road, you came back and you guys cranked Utah State. Obviously a disappointing loss in Provo this past Saturday. What kind of resiliency do you think you guys are going to have, especially against a team like Air Force?
You know, I think it's we're coming back home, and you know, obviously we're taking what we can from this past weekend, and we need to come out and go hard in practice every week. You know, this is a team that you really need to focus on and how you game plan towards them with the different things they do on offense and defense. But they're a solid team, and they're resilient too. So we know that it's going to be a great game this Saturday, and we just got to go fight.
We know if you're a defensive player, what you face when you're taking on Air Force, trying to stop that 3-pronged running attack. Offensively, though, How do you guys go about beating the Falcons?
You know, they're a good team. You know, as in the past, people would say, you know, they're unathletic, they lack the speed. Whereas I'd say, you know, their secondary is not too bad. You know, watching them on film, they got some guys that can run around and make plays, and we've seen that. But at the same time, they're just like their offense. They're methodical, and they do what they do well. They don't have too many missed assignments, and they thrive on you making a mistake. They wait for you to slip up, and they pounce on it. So I think it's somewhere we just need to play sound football and execute what we're coached to do.
And it must be nice to take them on at sea level as opposed to altitude in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, you know, it's always nice playing at home, and we're excited with the way the atmosphere has been this whole year, and we'll just continue to make it a great event at Qualcomm.
Ryan, thanks for your time, and good luck against Air Force.
No problem, thank you.
Coming up next, the cross-country team had a great showing this weekend at the UCSD Triton Invitational. A report on the Aztec runners when we come back after this.
Going to the end zone. Guess what? Touchdown Aztecs! We're in! Lindley throws long, got a man. Touchdown! Vincent Brown!
I'm in. Snap, drop, pops. Points coming for San Diego State.
I'm in.
We're in this!
I'm in.
I'm in this. We're in!
I'm really happy about my race today. It was a hard one. I was racing with a good girl, and she ran really well. She was running really fast down the hills, and that made me work hard, so I'm happy about that. The team did good today, actually. We're happy. Our objective was to bring all of the runners together, and I think we did that really well, and I'm hoping that we have a good overall point score. The course was good. The course was good. It was up and down a lot, so it kept us going. It was good. It went by fast. It was nice.
We've been racing the last 4 weeks. We're coming up on conference in a few weeks, so I think this week was kind of to push through, so I think we did really well. Well, last night our team had a pasta feed, and we kind of talked about believing in ourselves and as a team and as a whole. So I think the theme for the day and what was going through my head was just to keep believing, even when I was feeling like I wanted to fall on the ground. Just gotta keep believing in myself and my team. There's always room for improvement. You're never the best unless you finish all the way at the top, I think. So I'm always striving to go that next step, and I know our team's looking forward for conference, and even more so, we're really looking forward to outdoor season because our whole track team as a team, I think is going to do really, really well.
Go Aztecs!
And a special thanks to Sean Scarborough for the piece on the Aztec cross-country team. Well, that will do it for this edition of Aztecs Now Online. We leave you, as we always do, with a list of the upcoming events right here on Montezuma Mesa. I'm Mike Costa. Thanks for watching Aztecs Now Online right here on GoAztecs.com.